During our psychology day, we have previously held detect the suspect as well as double trouble. Last, but not the very least, we are moving into something different, something powerful, something that will make you truly think deeply. Our final segment of the day is a role-playing performance, a creative act performed by our very own students, raising awareness about a real psychological disorder known as kleptomania. It's a condition where a person feels an uncontrollable urge to steal items, not out of need, but because of a compulsion that they cannot control. This play aims to spread awareness, compassion, and understanding towards those struggling with such mental health challenges, showing the struggle between mental illness versus criminal responsibility. So sit back, stay attentive, and get ready to witness a performance that's not only entertaining, but meaningful. Our characters are Judge Quixote, which is Ammar, Judge Woods, which is Zahra, the criminal, which is Aisha, Officer Santiago, which is Tertil, Officer Lopez, which is Rida, narrator, which is Nusrat, Prosecutor Sancho, which is Zaidan, and our defense attorney, Omeza. Let's give them a warm welcome and a big round of applause.
This play is purely for awareness purposes. The production team does not condone any acts committed and strongly urges against such crimes. This is a work of fiction and should not be used as a formal diagnosis, as the events in this play are heavily exaggerated and therefore do not account for a fully medically accurate portrayal of the condition. All rise. The court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Wood and Quixote presiding.
Please be seated. Today is the case of the people and the criminal Ivy White. Case number 4951-8991 is now in session.
Now, are there any opening statements? Prosecutor Sancho, please state your case.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what I want you to do right now is close your eyes and imagine a death happening before you. Matter of fact, I'll make it easier. Now, doesn't the criminal in the footage look a lot like our defendant over there?
Objection, Your Honor. He's clearly being determined. Overruled. Keep going, Mr. Sancho.
Thank you. Your Honor, I'd like to call a few witnesses to the stand. Officers, please state your full name for the record.
My name is Officer Tanya Santiago. And I'm Officer Angela Lopez.
Now, Ms. Santiago and Ms. Lopez, I want you to promise me something. Are you willing to tell the truth the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Officers, as presented in the footage, it was the both of you that caught this heinous criminal in the act, wasn't it? Could you please tell us what transpired on that eventful day?
Sure. So it was a very dark storyline. Me and my partner right here, we were monitoring the CCTV cameras in the security room when we saw a masked figure enter the wardrobe and steal a few of the items. We had to rush as fast as we could to catch the sickest laughing.
We saw it, and it was really, really bad.
So, you're affirmative that the defendant standing in front of us is that same thief you saw in the footage and caught?
Yes, she is.
See, Your Honor, this is quite clear evidence that the defendant is the guilty thief. And I'd like to think that we'd be better off for society, keeping sickles like her off the streets, off the road, locked up behind bars under maximum security. Does that make me a saint, a good person? But of course, however, I am humble. So humble, in fact, I get the humble award every year. But that's beside the point.
Objection, irrelevant. Sustained. Mr. Sancho, I think we got all that we needed. Defense, your opening statement? Your Honor, yes, that may be my client in the footage, but don't we think it's important to understand her motives and reasoning? I'd like to call Ms. White to the stand, please. Ms. White, there's unfortunately undeniable evidence that it was you in the footage. But can you give us your reasoning to why you felt the need to rob 5 different medals and trophies?
I don't know why. Every time that I was helping out there, I kept having this strong urge to take the things that were in there. It was like a horrible itch in my body. But I swear, I regretted every moment of it afterwards.
See, Your Honors, my client has a textbook case of kleptomania, and according to these psychiatric records, she's had this condition since she was young. But this is her first criminal offense. Shouldn't this account for a degree of insanity?
Objection! Your Honor, she clearly knew what was right from wrong. Is it really acceptable to say that she was insane?
Objection, Your Honors. My client's condition has a medical basis which is recognized by many. She knew right from wrong, which caused the guilt she was facing after, but we have to understand that the impulses she was facing were causing her serious mental harm.
Miss White, you saw multiple trophies, multiple medals. Weren't you looking for monetary gain?
I swear, I didn't.
You didn't say what?
What?
Exactly. The culprit herself committed the crime. Isn't this undeniable evidence?
Objection, Your Honors. My client, the prosecution wants to send a sick woman to jail. Surely our justice system doesn't condone this. It was an irresistible impulse. She was acting with felonious intent. How can we let her be a victim of such a shallow judgment?
Objection! I don't care if she's sick in the head or insane. We've got undeniable bulletproof points recorded in HD 40 FPS.
Objection! According to the CCTV footage, which was recorded in 4K, we can clearly see her hesitating, which means it was...
Your Honor, this is preposterous.
Order in the court. The jury will now deliberate and deliver a verdict.
Members of the jury, you have now heard the evidence, and now it is your job to deliver the verdict. How many of you think that Mrs. White deserves to go to prison?
Your jury, she has committed a severe crime.
How many of you think that Mrs. White deserves another chance?
She does not get a second chance. She needs to be sent to straight jail. This is unfair.
Okay, thank you, jury.
So, the jury has come to a conclusion. Ms. White will be sentenced to 9 months of rehabilitation, and not only that, but a $500 fine. Thank you.
But Your Honor, that's not
Nothing.
enough.
Overruled. Court's case
That's not
concluded.
enough. Your
I said
Honor.
case concluded.
Your Honor. Your Honor.
Thank you for joining us for this play. We appreciate your time and think it was important to discuss how mental illness can affect anyone, and before resorting to harsh judgment, it's important to offer help and a chance at recovery. All rise. Thank you.